If you are hearing these words, know this. It is no mere coincidence, but a call that pierces through time and space. It is a resonance, echoing in the very depths of your soul, which has long awaited this address. The universe, that majestic, silent theater, tirelessly unfolds its grand dramas before us. Yet we, sometimes so consumed by the bustle of ordinary life, overlook the true main act. We now live in an era when ancient, time-tested maps no longer guide us to cherished treasures, and our compasses, as if lost, spin helplessly, pointing into the void. And I am here to remind you, you have never been alone on this difficult, yet profoundly important journey. Before we step into the Holy of Holies, into the abode of mysteries, allow me to ask you to make your choice. Your like is not simply a sign of approval, it is a declaration of your brave intent. Your subscription is your entry into the ranks of those who tirelessly seek truth. This is not merely passive absorption of information, it is active, conscious participation in the great alchemy of your own consciousness. This step across the threshold marks your transition from the twilight of illusions into the radiant realm of true knowledge. The truth that they so diligently conceal behind a veil of incessant news, behind the dazzling brilliance of modern technology, behind the empty promises of progress, is in reality both simple and terrifying. This is not merely a conspiracy theory. It is a genuine conspiracy against your very consciousness. They strive to keep you submerged in a slumber, to have you continue believing in a game whose rules were not devised by you, but specifically for you. The world you perceive as real is merely a light ripple on the boundless surface of the deep ocean of being, and this ripple is constantly distorted, obscuring from you the true unknown depths. And this truth is by no means new. It has whispered unceasingly for centuries. A lost quatrain from Centuria 11, verse 93, foretold the arrival of this very time, a time of great, inevitable shift, when the thin veil will become almost transparent, and ancient, long-forgotten cycles will finally close. The hermit monk Kenshin, whose tattered scrolls were discovered amidst the ashes of a destroyed monastery on Mount Kurama, left us his prophecies about the coming new era, about the awakening of that mighty power that slumbers within each of us. Analysts who delved into the scandalous Chimera protocol leak spoke tirelessly of an impending transformation, that the current familiar paradigm was inevitably destined to fade. In the Roman Club's reports, inaccessible to the general public and known to few, there was a persistent idea about the necessity of a fundamental reevaluation of what we commonly understand as success and prosperity. The seer Vanga, whose vision was remarkably piercing, spoke of a coming era where the battle between good and evil would not unfold on battlefields, but in the depths of human minds. The ancient Mayan calculations, so skillfully encrypted, pointed to specific cycles that, as is now becoming clear, were reaching their inevitable culmination. And the Gnostic sages, those who possessed the gift of seeing the true nature of things beyond the veil of illusions created by the demiurge, understood that our world is, in essence, a meticulously constructed prison, and the true key to liberation lies within each of us. All of this, in essence, is merely different ways of expressing one and the same fundamental idea. It is a kind of harmonic resonance of truth, persistently breaking through the veil of chaos generated by our own artificially created realities. One only needs to look closely at modern scientific concepts, at the fractal patterns manifesting in complex geopolitical events which irrefutably prove that history has a tendency to repeat itself, albeit on a new, more complex level, or at the phenomenon of quantum probability collapse, hinting that our own perception can actively, at times unconsciously, shape the reality surrounding us. Even the idea of the influence of solar cycles on the noosphere, suggesting that cosmic energies can resonate with the collective consciousness of all humanity, only confirms this thought. This is not mysticism, but science, intricately woven with ancient wisdom. It is technocratic mysticism, revealing to us that the laws of the universe transcend time and space, whether at the level of the smallest atoms or the most boundless galaxies. Remember that inexplicable anxiety that grips you precisely at 3 in the morning when it feels as if the whole world has frozen and a true storm rages within you. Or that oppressive sense of alienation when you look at the faces of passers-by and realize they all seem to be playing some role and you are the only one who has forgotten your script. This is not mere depression. This is your soul suffocating within the grip of this matrix, desperately trying to break through the walls erected by fear and ignorance. This is a premonition that the old rules of the game have stopped working, because the game itself is undergoing radical changes. Jonathan Crowley, an astrologer whose calculations extend far beyond ordinary interpretations, speaks of the advent of the Age of Aquarius not as a specific date on the calendar, but as a grand shift in energetic flows, a fundamental paradigm change that will forever alter our understanding of success. He asserts that the old dogmas, based on mindless accumulation, fierce competition, and the pursuit of external validation, have become nothing more than echoes of the past. The world that once valued unyielding rigidity now demands absolute fluidity. The world, once blinded by material gleam, now yearns uncontrollably for the spiritual. This isn't merely a seasonal shift, like winter following autumn. It's a monumental shift in the very cosmic order of things. But what if all these monsters, born from our shared fear, the roaring wars, the grueling crises, the devastating pandemics, the catastrophic economic collapse, are merely shadows dancing on the walls of an unknown cave? What if the true tyrant, the one holding us captive, gazes at us imperiously from our own reflecting mirror? This tyrant is our very ego, our firm attachment to an ephemeral, illusory reality, our paralyzing fear of change, and our deeply ingrained belief in our own insignificance. The universe does not punish humanity. It merely methodically burns away the poison, the toxic fumes of fear, boundless ignorance, and blind materialism. It is like a most delicate, yet critically necessary cosmic surgery, birthing pain but leading to healing. This is not the world's sunset, but a farewell to an old, worn-out world, built on a rotting foundation of lies. Our glass crown, so fragile and self-absorbed, begins to crack beneath the onslaught of genuine potent energies. The relentless metal veins of a soulless system, like rust, are seeping into society itself, and they are starting to corrode. And there is nothing wrong with this decay. On the contrary, it is a good omen, a harbinger of the purification to come. It is here, at this pivotal moment, that we approach the very heart of a great revelation. The prophecies, which we have grown accustomed to seeing as mere warnings of a coming Savior, actually have nothing to do with a call to wait for someone arriving from without. They are an activation code, the key to awakening the Savior that lies within each of us. The prophets did not see one person, not a single Messiah, but an entire army of awakened souls, united by a common purpose. They saw you. You are not just a part of the prophecy, you are its embodiment. Your inner strength, your divine spark, mentioned in ancient tales, this is precisely what can transform the world. You are not a puppet, you are a creator. Now that the veil of mystery has lifted from your eyes, you cannot stand idly by. Every like you give is a brilliant flash of light spreading across the entire network, resonating in the hearts of other seeking souls. Your repost is a seed cast into the barren soil of sleeping minds, giving them a chance to awaken. And your subscription is an oath, a covenant, a promise. If you are ready for something more, our inner circle will become your operational base. This is a place where we can exchange invaluable knowledge, offer each other immeasurable support, and meticulously prepare for the coming inevitable steps. And your help, expressed through super thanks, is like a life-giving flame that fuels our collective energy in the relentless battle against the encroaching darkness. This is not merely a donation, it is a conscious investment in the upcoming transformation. Until our next meeting, dear friends, remain awakened, stay connected to one another, and never, do you hear me, never stop asking questions. For it is only in this way that